Welcome to Selena Yoga Jams. Thank you so much for joining me. Today's practice is fun, dynamic, working a lot on the legs, and as always, connecting with ourselves. So I hope you enjoy it. Thanks so much for being here. We'll just start shaking and sighing. Anything that helps you settle into yourself and get into your breath. Okay, let's start to plant the feet. Plant the feet. We'll just roll the shoulders. We can inhale forward and up. Exhale back and down. Change direction. Roll back and up. Exhale forward, down. Come back to rolling back. Couple more. Next, exhale. Let's keep the shoulders down the back, lengthen up through the base of the skull. We'll just take a few breaths here. Feeling whatever we're feeling. Relaxing into whatever's present. So today we'll start with balance. So we'll shift the weight into one leg. Of course, if you want to hold on to something, go for it. Kind of like what we've been doing last week. We'll grab a foot. Just getting to our dancer prep. So we're just aiming to have both knees close together. And of course, we keep connecting with the breath. Two more. Okay, this next part, we'll just see what's possible. If we can bring the knee forward and back while still holding the foot. It doesn't have to be that big a movement. It could be a smaller movement. It makes it a lot harder to hold the balance. We just do our best. Two more, forward, back. Okay, shake it out. Okay, take the time to settle into mountain. Just like the first side, we'll take a few breaths before we go into it. Settling into the earth. Feeling whatever we're feeling. And when you're ready, shift the weight, pick up the other foot. And we just aim to have the knees close together as they're willing to go. And we breathe. One more here. Okay, so we do our best to keep our balance. And see, it can be a small movement. Just bring the knee forward and back a few times. Okay, shake it out. Ooh. So it's already a little leg workout. So we'll get into our sun salutation. So take a moment, shoulders back and down. Reconnect earth, sky, maybe the third eye. With an inhalation, let's open up any way you want. It could be forward or out to the sides. Exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway. Exhale, fold. Hands to earth. Step it back to plank. Okay, so we're going to get into it right away. So here we have the choice of doing plank down dog or half plank child's pose. You choose. So we inhale plank or half plank, exhale down dog or child's pose. So we just go forward and back at your own pace. Take your time with it. For me, especially at the exhale, I like to push back into the down dog or the child's pose just a little more. Hang out in that space between the exhale and the inhale. We can do the same thing after the inhale. Just hang out in the plank for like half a second longer. But of course, whatever works for you. Let's go with our own breath. Okay, the next time we come forward, let's stay in the plank, and we'll all make it a half plank. Bring the knees down. Inhale to crown and tail up. Exhale, shift forward, lower knees, chest, chin. Inhale, cobra. Exhale, down dog or child's. 5 breaths. Okay, so we'll get ready to step 1 foot forward. We can do this from all fours or down dog. If you're in down dog, you could do 3-legged dog first if you like. So basically we just exhale a foot forward. From here, we'll hang out in a lunge. If you have your blocks, we could use blocks. If you don't have blocks and the hands are comfortable on the floor, that's fine too. But for what I want to do, blocks would make it easier. So if you have blocks, grab the blocks. We just hang out here to start, knees over the ankle, we're breathing. Find something to relax. Okay, so now we'll start to shift our weight forward and back. So we start exactly where we are in our lunge. We inhale. We exhale, shift back. I'm going to move my hand just so you can see my leg. So we can pull the toes off the mat if that works. So we shift back, both legs fairly straight. Shift forward, front leg bent. So we inhale forward, exhale back. So just look for just some kind of shifting forward and back. Get into it with your breath. If you're feeling really comfortable, you could think when you come forward, oh, maybe I can lift my heart a little bit. And when we pull back, oh, maybe my belly can go to my thigh a little bit. Just a few more. Okay, the next time we come forward, let's hang out here. Bring the blocks in front, make a tripod. So you know where we're going, warrior 3. So we make a tripod, so it's like a triangle with your foot, your 2 blocks about arm distance in front. We shift the weight. We can even take a bunch of little steps with our back foot. Shift, see if we can lift. Just high hip for now, and we breathe. Two more. Second exhale, lower the leg. If you want to place your blocks so they're easy to get to for the second side, do it. We'll do a little sun salutation. Inhale, halfway up. Exhale, fold. Inhale all the way up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway up. Exhale, fold. Step it back to plank. Okay, so we'll do the whole thing again. So we'll shift forward, plank, down dog, or half plank, child's pose, whatever you prefer. Of course, if you want to hang out in a down dog or child, that's fine too. Inhale forward, exhale back. Okay, the next time we come forward, let's lower knees, suggestion. Inhale, cobra. Exhale, down dog or child's, 5 breaths, and then we'll do the other side. Wherever you are, make sure you can relax a little bit during this part. You can always let out a sigh. You can always add movement, whatever feels good. Okay, let's prepare for the other side. So from all fours or down dog, we can extend the other leg. Exhale the foot towards the hands. Grab those blocks if you have them. And before we add the forward back, we just hang out in the lunge. Oh, and of course your back knee could be down during this part if you prefer. Let's just connect with our breath. Okay, once you feel ready, we'll add the movement. So we inhale here with the knee bend. We exhale, shift the weight back, straighten both legs as much as we comfortably can. Maybe take the toes off the mat. So we inhale, knee bent in the lunge. Exhale, shift the weight back, straighten the leg as much as we comfortably can. Go with your breath. And once you're comfortable with the leg movement, you can just think of the upper body, not too much, but as we come forward, just imagine a little lift in the heart. As we come back, we could imagine like our leg a little, the belly a little closer to the leg. A few more. Okay, next time we come forward, let's stay forward in the lunge. Get ready for warrior 3. So we walk our blocks forward. Make that tripod with the foot and the 2 hands. Shift the weight forward. We can take a few little steps. See if we can lift the back leg. So here we're aiming for everything to be parallel, like the torso and the leg. And of course, the most important part, we breathe. Okay, with an exhale, let's bring the leg down and move the blocks to the sides. Inhale, hands on shins or thighs, halfway up, flat back. Exhale, fold. Inhale all the way up. Exhale, fold. Hands to earth, step it back to plank. In our plank, if you want, we could lift one foot and then switch sides, only if you feel like you want more of a plank challenge. Okay, once you're happy with that, let's lower it, knees, chest, chin. And we'll do our cobra up, down, so make sure you can comfortably feel the front of the pelvis on the earth. Tuck those elbows in. Inhale up. It could be a baby cobra, no problem. Exhale down. Go with your breath. Okay, we'll release the cobras. Next exhale, come back to down dog. 5 breaths. If you prefer child's pose, go for it. Okay, let's prepare to step a foot forward. So from all fours or down dog, we could extend a leg. Exhale the foot towards the hands. This time we're going to come up into warrior 2. So we can turn the back foot onto the floor. Keep the front knee bent and swivel up or come up any way that makes sense. So knee basically over the ankle. The heel could be in line with the heel or the arch, as long as you feel strong and stable. Arms up or down. Strong legs, like we're ripping the mat apart. 5 breaths to start. Okay, so we keep the legs as they are. The front hand, we can turn the palm up, inhale. And then as we exhale, little tilt back. So the back hand can just find any spot on the leg. The top arm can just reach straight up, or if it feels really, really good, we can kind of lean a little more, lifting up through the heart. Just find what works, about 5 breaths. Okay, with an inhale, come back to warrior 2. Let's take 5 more breaths. If you need to stretch the leg, go ahead. Okay, we'll drop the arms, straighten the leg, shift the hips, shift the shoulders. So you can turn the head too if it feels good. Just loosening up any tightness, any tension, any stress. Okay, so last two poses of the sequence, triangle and then half moon. So the half moon, might want to have your block. It should probably be in a good spot, but if you need to arrange it, go ahead. Okay, triangle. Float the arms up. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, reach. Same direction as your front foot. Can't reach anymore, lower the hand. It really doesn't matter where it lands. Top arm up or on the hip. 10 breaths. We just do our best. So make sure you're comfortable, even if it's here. We're just looking for this angle. Position the head any way you want. Let's relax the face. Invite a smile. Three more. Okay, let's get ready for half moon. So we bend the front leg. Reach for the block if you're using it. If the hand's comfortable on the floor, that's fine. So it's about like an arm distance in front. We shift the weight into the front foot. We can walk the back foot in a bunch of times. And then we see if we can lift the leg. And here we want to stack hip over hip, shoulder over shoulder. Of course, we just do our best. If we're really comfortable, the top arm could be up. I suggest looking down for balance, but if you're feeling good, you could look to the side or up. So let's breathe. Both sides of the torso still equally long. Two more. Okay, when you're ready with an exhale, bring it down. Ooh, just a standing forward fold. Let's rest here. A couple breaths. Make sure the knees are bent so it's comfortable. If it's not comfortable, place yourself in a position that is comfortable. Okay, we'll start to get ready for the other side. Let's inhale halfway up. Exhale, fold. You know what, we'll just stay low for this round. Step it back to plank. If you feel like a plank challenge, we could do shoulder taps. So seeing if we can tap one shoulder, then the other. But of course, you could just hold plank, or you could already be down on the belly, like no pressure. Okay, once you're happy with that, let's lower it. Knees, chest, chin. Inhale, cobra. We'll see if we can hold the cobra just 2 or 3 breaths. Make sure it's comfortable. Bring it back, child's pose or down dog. 5 breaths before the other side. Okay, let's get ready to step the other leg forward. So maybe we can extend the leg. Inhale. Exhale the foot towards the hands. We're coming right up into warrior 2, so the back foot turns down onto the floor. And then find a way that's comfortable to come up. You know, it could be a cartwheel, whatever. Any kind of adjustments. Do what you want with the arms. Traditionally, we look over the front fingertips. Let's breathe. Okay, we'll get ready to take it back. So we try to keep the legs exactly the same. The front hand, we turn the palm up. Inhale. As we exhale, the back hand comes the back leg. We tilt. Find a comfortable position, 5 breaths. With an inhale, back to warrior 2. If the leg's okay, we see if we can hold it a few breaths. Two more. Okay, straighten the leg, drop the arms. Let's take a moment. Just shift the hips, shift the shoulders. Might want to tap in front of the ears if there's any tension in the jaw. Just take this opportunity, whatever feels good for you. Loosening up before the triangle. Another couple breaths. Okay, let's get ready. So back to center, the arms float up. So let's just keep in mind we want both sides of the torso to stay equally long. So we inhale, lengthen through the spine. We exhale, reach, 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 reach. We can't reach anymore. Drop the hand wherever it lands is fine. See what you want to do with the top arm? 10 breaths, so make sure you're comfortable. As we know, we're working on digestion on all the levels. So if you want to make any kind of intention towards your digestion, maybe to digest easily, to easily be able to recognize what's nourishing, what's ready to go. Whatever reflections are available around digestion, just go for it. Couple more. Okay, let's get ready for the half moon. So we'll start just by looking down towards the floor. Bend that front knee. Grab your block if you're using it about an arm's distance in front. Shift the weight. Walk the back foot in. If you have to, if you can lift without walking, that's fine. We shift, lift. Imagine stacking hip over hip, shoulder over shoulder. Do whatever you want with the top arm. And as usual, let's connect with the breath. Okay, when you're ready, lower that back leg so we come into a standing forward fold. Bend the knees so it's comfortable and just hang out. Okay, we're going to do something we haven't done in a while, a squat. So let's open up the feet, maybe the toes to the outsides a little bit. Start to lower the knees, see where we end up. So if it's not possible with the feet flat on the floor, you could have a rolled blanket, or you could do the version of the squat on the toes. So see what works for you. If flat on the feet not happening, go on the toes where you're kind of just like resting on your heels. So find any variation of a squat Depending where you are, the hands could be on the blocks or the floor or prayer. We're just trying 5 breaths wherever we are. Look for a length through the spine, relax the shoulders, and let's imagine the lower body. I know it's a bit harder for balancing, but just imagine the lower body connecting with the earth. So another 2 or 3 breaths if we're okay. Okay, let's help ourselves to sit down. Ooh, shake out those legs. Oh. Let's turn the ankles. I think you can see my feet, but you know ankle turns. Just turn. Other direction. Okay, let's rotate the feet in. So I say the feet, but we know we're doing it from our hips and out. Just go with your breath. You can inhale one side, exhale the other side. It doesn't really matter which. Okay, back to center. We'll bring the feet more in line with the hips. Point and flex. Okay, now we'll try to spread out the toes. Spread, 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 spread. And then squish the toes. Squish, squish, squish. Do that a couple more times. Spread. And squish. One more. Spread. And squish. Okay, any kind of little shake that might feel good. All right, let's go into our twists. I'll just go sideways. So we'll start just regular twist. So you know all the options. The bottom leg, it could be long. The top leg, the foot could be inside the thigh or outside the thigh. If you're very comfortable, you could bend the bottom leg. So however you want to do it. We'll start interlacing the hands below the thigh, opening the chest, 5 breaths. Let's invite the breath into the belly. You know, the belly's a normal spot to hold tension for a lot of us. So if you notice that tightness, see if you can just invite a little bit of softness so the breath can get in a bit easier. 2 more here. And then we take it into the twist. So however you want to do it, we could wrap the elbow or use the hand. Back hand comes behind and we breathe into the twist. Come back to center. Pick up that leg. You shouldn't have gone sideways. Pick up that top leg, whatever leg was crossed, and just rock it. Okay, circles, if we can, just circling the hip and the hip socket. Other direction. Okay, then we'll come back to center. We're gonna, no, you know what, we won't make a fire. We'll just release both legs. Give ourselves a little shake. And then do the whole thing on the other side. So other leg on the bottom. See if we want to be inside or across. We could keep this bottom leg long or tuck it in, your choice. We interlace, open up the chest, and breathe. Okay, take it into the twist, so twisting towards the bent leg. Any way you want to catch on. Back hand comes behind. And of course we breathe. Okay, inhale back to center, pick up the leg, and just rock it. Take it into circles. Other direction. Okay, before we come to lying down, maybe we can bring the soles of the feet together. Can even give the arches of the feet a little massage. We could have movement through the knees or not. Let's just focus, our main focus, the length of the spine. Relax the shoulders, relax the face, and we'll just take a few more breaths here. Okay, hands outside the knees, bring the knees together. Hands come behind the thighs. Roll the shoulders back and down, open the chest. Take the heels off the floor. And we'll just do one leg at a time to start. Inhale, one leg extends. It could be halfway or straight, doesn't matter. Exhale down. Just go with your breath, switching sides. Okay, we can continue like this, or we can go into a hold, both legs halfway up. We can keep the hands on the backs of the thighs, or just soften the grip on the backs of the thighs, or release the hands, just a few breaths. Okay, let's release. We'll bring it down. Come onto the back. If you want to grab any extra clothing or a blanket or socks, do it. And of course, we still have a couple more things once we come down on the back. So we could start just by stretching the legs and just kind of exploring movement. So like without thinking about it too much, just moving the legs however they want to move. Take, I don't know, 3 or 4 breaths here. Okay, so now let's bring the legs together. If it's not comfortable, legs straight, you can have your legs bent, no problem. We're gonna churn our butter, do some circles. So controlling the movement from the core. It could be big circles or little circles. It's really up to you. Whatever feels good for right now. Okay, let's change direction. Oh, if this is uncomfortable for the low back in any way, like just forget it. Or do it with the knees bent, hands on the knees. Couple more. Okay, back to center, knees to chest. Let's go into our twists, any version that you like. So if you want to keep working the core, you could keep the legs squeezed together, maybe 90 degrees or even closer to straight. You can also do the separate leg version, which is closer to what I'm doing, where one leg leads the twist, the other leg just follows. A few more. Okay, back to center. Our last thing before the relaxation, just some knee tucks. So hands on knees, inhale the knees away from us. Exhale into the chest. You don't even need to use the hands. You could just be moving the legs. Okay, once you're happy with those knees tucks, make your way into Shavasana, so knees bent or legs long, or any other version that you like. The important thing is that we're feeling warm, comfortable, and giving ourselves permission to relax. Let's let everything go. Let's start to very, 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 very gently wake the body mind. Giving ourselves a full body stretch once it feels good. And once you're feeling nice and stretched, knees to chest, roll to the side. Rest in the fetal position for a little while. And with the strength of the arms, let's press out. Make our way into any comfortable seated position. Stay warm and cozy. And for a little mini meditation today, why don't we just rest a hand on the chest, heart area, hands on the belly. Relax into the movement of our own natural breath. So we're not trying to breathe in a certain way. Just sitting with ourselves as we are right here and right now. Cultivating a space of unconditional acceptance. Unconditional love. Can we accept ourselves exactly as we are? Or even just be open to the idea of accepting ourselves, loving ourselves exactly as we are. Okay, let's get into that heart space even more. Maybe we can go on a quest for gratitude. And let's thank ourselves as well for literally anything. You know, we could start by thanking our hearts for beating, our lungs for breathing,
You know, it goes on and on. Our eyes for seeing, ears for hearing. We have just about 30 seconds left, so let's go on a quick thank you tour through the whole body, every organ, every muscle, every nerve, every bone. Okay, last 5 or so breaths with ourselves. All right, let's bring the hands down to the earth. If you like, it could also be in prayer. As usual, we'll close our practice by taking the time to acknowledge, honor the light, the love, the wisdom that flows through the earth, ourselves, each other, and all. Namaste. Thank you very, very much. Hope you had a good practice.